All right, to Haley's Weekly News and Spreading Hope. Let's get started, HG. We were gone last week, not because we were out of town or anything, because I had computer issues that refused to be resolved in a timely manner. And so we decided it was best. Haley and I were getting frustrated with the whole deal, and then getting frustrated with each other. And so we decided just to can it and try again today. So here we are. A couple of announcements before we get started. Want to let you know Haley's Weekly Review is out there. Make sure you go sign up. You can access a link through any of our social media channels, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, plus Haley'sWeeklyNews.com. Okay? Next thing, Haley'sWeeklyNews.com. Make sure you're going. All of our content is there. It's a great place for us to check us out and get everything that we do. Right?
Yeah, right.
Okay. Next thing. Haley and I, in an effort to make this worth your time, because we understand that if you're going to watch us and engage with us, that you are sacrificing your time to be with us, and we want to be respectful of that. And so one of the ways that we've been thinking about doing, carrying that out, is to produce shorter videos on a weekly basis that won't be a podcast format, but they will be us doing things maybe out in the community or just talking about one topic for 5 minutes. We don't really know, the sky's the limit. And so you'll still receive weekly notifications that, especially if you've subscribed, you'll still receive notifications that we've uploaded something, but those videos will be shorter. They will have a little bit more purpose behind them. Excuse me. And everything that we do in the short videos will feed into a big show twice a month. Maybe once a month. We'll see how it goes. But the podcast will come out either twice a month or once a month, just depending on the content that we've provided leading up to that. And we think this will be better for you because this will provide more context to each podcast and will help grow our audience just a little bit more by having these short videos. And so we're not changing what's in the video. We're just changing how we do it and when we do it. How's that sound?
It sounds really good. But it might even be easier to do it once a month for more of our fans.
It might be. It might be. We'll have to see. We will let our viewers decide for us.
Yes.
How about that?
Good.
All right, so that's what I have for our announcements. H.E., kick us off.
Welcome back to Haley's Weekly News. Please love, like, subscribe, and comment.
Anything else for you guys?
I think that's it.
Are you having a good day so far?
Yes, I am. How about you?
It's been pretty good. Right, it's at 8:39.
How much money do you have?
11.
Okay. Do you need to give that extra one? Or do you have 8? Or is 10 enough?
10 enough.
There you go.
We did something today that got me, really what brought it about was I read an article on disabilityscoop.com about social programs, especially programs benefiting adults with special needs, that are on the chopping block for budget discussions. Now, if you've been in our community at all for any length of time, this is not unusual. Every time there's a budget discussion, this is just what we do. For some reason, disability programs are the first to go. And yeah, that's disappointing that those deciding what we're going to pay for don't really see the value in adults with special needs, especially. And so that's frustrating. But what it does allow, and so many conversations have been had, and people are consistently meeting with legislators, and politicians trying to advocate on behalf of our community, and it's a lot of effort and not very much fruit. So what it does allow is for a lot of creativity in how we use the funding that we have and be resilient and figure out a way to provide those services anyway. So enough of that soapbox. What the article really made me think about were some of the things that you were involved with when you were in high school, especially. So what are some of the groups that you were involved with, H?
With school or not school? With not school, it was the YES
Both.
program.
I want you to do school first.
Okay. School was volleyball, cheerleading, and student council. And flower power.
What's flower power?
I don't remember. I guess we did fundraisers for WTLC.
You sold flowers.
Yeah.
No, that was in high school, though.
Yeah, it was.
You said WTLC.
I meant high school, I meant.
Yeah, so that helped your special education program.
Yes. Right.
You also planted flowers around the school with that. Now, student council. Tell me about student council. Did you actually have a vote, or were you just there because people liked you?
I think because people just liked me.
I was hoping for a different answer, but that's fair too. Did you ever actually vote on anything?
I don't remember if I voted on anything, but what helped is that I talk to people more, and I'm in more big groups.
Yeah, really, it was inclusion at its best, right?
Right.
Yeah, and I think that's really because you were involved, and you may not have voted or remember voting. I'm sure you did, because they wouldn't have left you out. But so much of inclusion is about just experiencing what it's like to spend time with a Haley. Oh, hit you.
Oh.
Right? Like, so that way people are more comfortable with it. Right?
Right.
And so I don't want to undersell, like, whether you led people or changed people's minds on student council is not really important. What is important is that you were in the room and people got to work with you and be involved with you.
Yes.
Which is huge. All right, so how about outside of school? What's something you were involved with?
The YES program.
Now, the YES program, do you know what it stands for?
No. I just know it as the YES.
Do you know anything, Haley?
I know a lot of stuff. I just don't know what the YES stands for.
I think it's Youth Encountering Success. Okay. And it was a program through the Panhandle Independent Living Center, right?
Right.
Okay. What are some of the things you did with YES?
Like, we went to the grocery store, we try to learn what's money and try to do stuff for yourself.
So you'd go to the grocery store.
Yes.
I
think we went to other places, but I don't remember the other places.
Yeah. You not remembering things is becoming a theme.
I know, I'm trying to remember.
It's fine. It's all good. I want to talk more about the grocery store, because you said two things. Learn what to look for and learn about money.
Yes.
Let's talk about money for a second. Because from my perspective, money is one of the biggest struggles that you have.
Yes.
Now, you know that things cost money,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
And you know that some things cost $5 and
So,
some 10.
10.
Where do you struggle?
How to count out the money.
Counting out money. Especially bills.
Yeah.
At
Right.
this point.
Right.
Yeah, because your concept of money is it's all the same.
Right.
A penny, 1 penny is the same amount as 1 quarter.
Yes.
Because it's 1 coin to 1 coin.
Yes.
And bills are even scarier because there's no difference to you between $1 and a $100 bill.
No.
Because it's 1 to 1.
Yeah.
So I think that's a really valuable skill that we don't necessarily work on enough, is helping you be prepared to pay for something, especially with cash. And now you have a debit card and it's a little easier, but that can still get confusing to you because you just give them your debit card and you don't really pay attention to how much something costs. Right?
Right. I just know give them a credit card and try to do the right code. Like
Don't say your code.
I know.
Oh. Yeah, I think that's really important. That's good. Yeah, and you'll see. We'll show this video. We'll include this video in this podcast. We recently went to Palace Coffee. Shout out Palace and Patrick for allowing us to film inside the store. You went to pay for it, right?
Right.
That was your task today, or on this day, not
Yeah.
today, but the total came out to 8 something, right?
Right.
840 maybe.
I think
And
it was
you-
840.
Okay, and you had, how much money did you have total before you paid for this?
I think 11.
$11. So when the lady rings you up and says it's 840, how much money were you about to hand her?
11.
All 11, right?
Right.
You had a $10 bill and a $1 bill.
Yes.
Now, we're pretty fortunate, and we know the people at Palace pretty well. They're not going to hose you out of change, right?
Right.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully.
But there is potential for some danger there. Say that wasn't just another $1. Maybe it was a 20. And you handed her $30 for an $8 deal. What if they didn't give you any change back? Would you have noticed?
I don't think so. I don't think I won't notice.
Yeah. And I firmly, and you believe this too, right? That 95% of people are good people.
Yes.
And they're not out to take advantage.
No.
But there are 5% of people out there.
That will
That-
take advantage.
Yeah. And there are even people that, not even on purpose, would take all the cash that you gave them and not think twice about it just because they handle a lot of cash and they kind of expect people, the customer, to give them the right amount, right?
Yeah, and they wouldn't. Some people do that on purpose, but I don't think they wouldn't.
Yeah. It's not even really about that. It's about you being able to recognize that I don't have to give the lady $11. I just have to give her 10. And what could happen if you're in the wrong situation and you give them the full amount of cash that you have and they don't give you any change back? Because it wouldn't occur to you necessarily that you're supposed to get something back.
Yeah, it won't.
So it was good to see that, and it was good to watch you order and pay for that with cash because, yeah, and I think cards can be dangerous too. They're a little safer because you don't have to worry about change, but you don't see the money,
No.
right?
Right.
And you don't make the connection between paying for that and it coming out of your bank account. Like I've worked with a couple of guys who struggled with that. And they were spending so much money that they were running out of it every month because they could not connect where that money was coming from. And all of a sudden, within a week or so, they would have spent all of the money that they had for that month because the concept of it just didn't have any connection to them. And these are two guys that, look, they live on their own. They drive. They have full-time jobs, right? They are higher functioning. And it's just something that is a struggle for any adult with special needs. There's just a concept that's not making a connection. So it's up to us to help you with that.
Yes. Like, I don't like to keep my card unless I'm with somebody that's family, just in case if I accidentally drop it, other people can get a hold of it and try to.
Sure. Yeah, that's fair. Okay. What else did you learn at the grocery store? Oh, before that. Oh, no. Go for it.
What I learned also is try to be really careful what you buy
In what way?
because of money.
Okay. Outside of money, did you learn, like, what foods were healthier for
Yes,
you?
what foods are healthier for you and what's not so healthy for you.
Now, was that a struggle for you?
Yes.
Why?
I don't, because of the school, because of the nutter, butter.
You liked the sweets.
Yes.
And you don't really limit yourself.
No.
You have very low impulse control.
Which I try to be careful.
Sure, all of us do. We have to. I have no impulse control when it comes to pastries. Now, you bring me, like, Airheads and candies, like...
Yeah.
You can throw them in the trash, as far as I'm concerned. But you bring me a Miss Baird's honey bun or a Miss Baird's cherry fried pie, I could eat 20 of them. In fact, one time Monica busted me coming out of the store because they had a 2-for-1 special. And so I bought 10. So we both have issues in that. Now, your issues go all the way back to middle school. And this ties in health and money. So it's a great story for us to tell. So we took our lunch most days,
Yeah.
right?
Monday through Friday, usually.
Yeah, unless it was pizza day or something. But because of that, Mom would put money on our cafeteria account, right?
Right.
And that would usually last us a whole semester, if not more, because we just didn't eat in the cafeteria that often. Well, Mom gets a call from the school one day, and this is Canyon Junior High. And the school lets her know that your balance has run out. You've run out of money. And at this point, you'd only taken your lunch, or you'd only eaten in the cafeteria like 3 times. So they knew the school counselor. They called the school counselor and just had her watch you throughout lunch just to see what was going on. So even on days that you would take your lunch, because Mrs. Carter found this out for us, she saw you eat your lunch and then make a beeline for the Little Debbie snack cart that came out every day with about 5 minutes left in the lunch period. And did you just buy one at a time?
No.
How many did you buy?
I don't remember 2. But I am so going to get you for this story.
I just told on myself. It's no big deal. So that's the part of it, right?
Right.
Like, you just saw Little Debbie's up there.
Yes.
You had a card. You knew it would pay for them, and there was no connection between that your money in your account and the 18 Little Debbies that you were getting every time, or two, however many. Right.
Right.
So money is really important, and it's harder because, like, we can teach you things, right?
Right.
We can tell you and work with you that a penny is not the same as a quarter, but because it doesn't connect, when you go to a store and you pay and you're in the heat of the moment and nobody's really slowing down to talk to you about it, it's still going to look the same to you.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
And so we have to be extra careful with that, extra careful with spending, and just making sure that we're taking all of the, risk out of it that we can. Now, there are just going to be some times where you mess up, and it's okay. We've all messed up with money. But we do have to do a few extra things to make sure that you can do those things that adults do, like go to a store and pay for something.
Yes. Right. Thank you for coming back to Hali's Weekly News. Please love, like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll see y'all guys probably next week.